All of the US water is essentially poisoned. Imagine a world where every sip of water you take is controlled by powerful corporations with hidden agendas. This isn't science fiction, it's our reality. Today, we're diving deep into the drinking water industry to uncover the shocking truth about who really controls our water. Why are these companies so powerful? How did they gain control over such a vital resource? And most importantly, how does this affect us, the consumer? Stick around to the end for a twist that shows just how impossible it is to escape their influence. Water is essential for life, yet the control over this precious resource is concentrated in the hands of a few major players. From your tap water to bottled water, these companies have a tight grip on everything. Soon, I'll reveal who these companies are and their shady practices, the secrets they don't want you to know. You might think your water comes from a pure natural source, but the reality is far more complicated. The companies controlling your water have a history of environmental violations and legal battles. From manipulating regulations to influencing public policies, reach extends far beyond just supplying water. I'll highlight some of the worst incidents and show you how these companies manage to stay in power despite repeated offenses. At the end of this video, you'll understand why corporate control of water is a scary issue that affects you every day. So where does our water come from? I don't mean the water cycle, but the actual water we drink and shower with. From researching, I found that it comes from two main sources: private corporations like Coca-Cola and Nestle, and public water companies set up per state, like the New York City Department of Environmental Protection. Private companies handled bottled water and products like soda, while public companies supply our tap water, charging you or your landlord a water bill based on usage. So who owns these and why is it important? State-based water companies are straightforward to understand. 1 or 2 per state providing water to homes, owned by the state, owned by the local government. But private companies are more widespread. The biggest suppliers are Veolia North America, American Water Works Company, Suez North America, Nestle Waters North America, Coca-Cola, and PepsiCo. Surprisingly, the biggest is American Water Works Company, not Nestle or the soda companies. American Water Works operates in 46 states, supplying water to over 15 million people. The thing is, they actually don't bottle water, but rather pump water straight to your tap, acting like a utility company. This gives them a lot of control over water pricing and availability. So this means one company, not a public government agency, provides water to almost the entire country. And as long as people need water, they'll stay in business. But is that bad? It might just seem like another big company, but the real problem is their lack of accountability. With so much control, they can cut corners on water quality and safety, putting our health at risk. Speaking of putting our health at risk, American Water Works has a troubled history. In 2012, they faced a lawsuit for poor water quality. In 2015, they were fined for exceeding contaminant levels in New Jersey. In 2019, they faced a class action lawsuit for providing misleading information. Throughout all of this, they were accused by 3M of contaminating water with PFAS, or PFAS. These incidents show a pattern of neglect and disregard for public health. The fines and lawsuits are just small penalties for a company this large. They continue operating with little change. So what are PFAS and how do they get in the water? PFAS are man-made chemicals used for water and stain resistance in products like non-stick cookware, water-repellent clothing, and firefighting foams. They get into our water through household and industrial waste, and treatment plants can't effectively remove them. This means PFAS end up in our drinking water. Besides PFAS, here are some real-life examples of bad water quality. One of the most notorious cases is Flint, Michigan. In 2014, the city switched its water source to Flint River to save money. This water source is not properly treated, leading to lead contamination. Thousands of residents, including children, were exposed to dangerously high levels of lead, causing serious health issues such as brain problems and developmental delays. Another case is in Newark, New Jersey, where lead levels in the water were found to be above federal limits for several years. Residents were left to rely on bottled water for basic needs while the city struggled to replace lead pipes. In more recent times, communities near military bases have discovered their water supplies were contaminated with PFAS from firefighting foam. The health impacts of these communities include higher rates of cancer, thyroid disease, and other serious illnesses. These examples show bad water quality isn't just a theoretical problem, it's a harsh reality affecting millions of people. So there's PFAS and other things in the water, possibly allowed by the company supplying it. They must not be that bad for us, right? Wrong. PFAS specifically are terrible for us. It can cause cancer, liver damage, immune system effects, developmental issues, hormonal disruption, high cholesterol, and kidney problems. Long-term exposure to PFAS is especially concerning for children and pregnant women. Remember, this is in our water. Studies show PFAS can interfere with fetal growth and development, leading to lifelong health issues. Despite the evidence, efforts to fix this issue are weak due to corporate lobbying. Okay, so there's bad stuff in the water. What can we do to fix it? Filter our own water? Sue the water companies? Stop drinking water? Or maybe move to a place where American Water Works doesn't operate? Sadly, it's not really a widespread solution. Maybe you can buy expensive filters, but for the whole populace, that might not be an option. Even if you move, you can't escape them, and here's why. Why can't you just go somewhere they aren't? Well, because public water supply companies actually contract with American Water Works to process and filter their water, meaning that all their iffy practices make it into the only safe water options. Essentially, you can't escape them, and that's just how they like it. This monopolistic control means public utilities are mixed with private corporations, prioritizing corporate interests over public health and safety. This issue highlights the crucial need for change in the water industry, and without it, you could say we're doomed. Long story short, all of the US water is essentially poisoned, or at least tainted. There's not much we can do besides a national effort, which is pretty unlikely. But knowing why we face these issues can help us push for a better future. Sadly, the world today seems like a true dystopia, and it is merely one we watch go by. As hopeless as it seems, knowing why we're having these issues can take us one step toward a better future. If you learned something from this video and want to see more, comment down below and leave a like. If you have any ideas for another video, let me know. Also, you're probably eating this other poison as well. If you want to know what it is, check this video out.